the sh and the a. I am here with Jeremy Schaeffer from Earth Groans, and Brian's back from the dead. It's crazy how he just returns.
I was back last episode. I was here last Friday as well.
I didn't expect you to be here. I didn't pay the appearance fee. But we have Jeremy Schaeffer from Earth Groans. What is going on, Jeremy?
Yo. Freaking really happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
I'm stoked you're here. We had a bunch of scheduling issues. It was like crazy. Like you guys are about to leave and go on this awesome tour with Empty. I'm super jelly because I'm going to be one of those guys commenting on your Instagram. No Texas State? No Texas States,
dude, we see it so much, yo. It's like, oh, what? You're not playing in my front yard? Screw you guys. You guys suck.
You're not playing at DeKalb, Illinois? How dare you? I won't drive more than 20 minutes to see anybody.
I mean, yeah. I'm excited you guys have a couple California dates, you know, for being under 21 dates, you know, under almost being at about that, right?
Yeah. It's like 18 dates total or something.
You're hitting
Dude,
four
it might as well just
dates.
call
That's
it
nice.
a California tour.
No, I mean,
this is California tour, but it ends in South Dakota.
Yeah.
But no, I
gotta have the home show.
We love playing California, and I mean, obviously the state is huge, so it's like California and Texas. You could literally book tours in just those states because they're so big and there's so many markets that you can hit.
I gotta ask, North or Southern California fan, Northern or Southern?
I mean, I love it all.
Alienate a fan base, do it.
But I mean, we really haven't played Northern California that much. We've really only driven through it mostly.
Okay.
You know,
but so you're playing all the shows like off.
There's way more stops in Southern Cal than there is for North.
Exactly.
Like you're talking
but
Sacramento,
Northern California,
maybe San Francisco or Bay Area date. But like, unless you're taking those like smaller dates, where are you gonna play?
For venues like Chain, if you're gonna do venues like Chain and Brick by Brick, you do have a venue in Redding. You do have several venues in Sacramento.
I'm not driving to Redding, bro. I'm sorry.
You're hitting. I mean, you would be if you're coming down from Seattle, coming down from Portland.
Look,
you know, if
I
you're doing
would
the Northwest
this tour. But Redding's far from everywhere that I lived in.
And you're within earshot of like Utah if you're going up Salt Lake.
We were just talking about this shit off air, and actually it was crazy because Jeremy told us like the whole like rest of his plans and the rest of like the unreleased songs for Earth Groans. You guys, it's crazy. But
you guys missed it all.
You guys missed all of it.
All the good shit.
The Chain reaction show. You guys are hitting that on this tour, and we're jealous because we're not going to it. But that sounds like a venue or a show date that someone's getting hurt at. Like it's a small venue. Earth Groans is super chaotic. People are gonna get hurt at that show. I put money on
I mean,
that.
I hope not, but it could happen. It's
only in a good way.
Right.
Only if you wanted to get hurt.
As long as it was done out of love, like somebody just got loved too hard and got their arm broke.
Consensual. It's all about consent. Like if you got punched and you got a busted lip, hey, you wanted that. You were in the pit. It's cool.
It's
bro.
true.
Pick them back up, dust them off, send them on their way.
Exactly. Rub some dirt on it. Call mom real quick.
Earth Groans, the Body EP is streaming everywhere, so you need to go listen to that. You guys only release EPs, huh? What's up with that?
Yeah, because that's the new cool thing to do. Duh. That's been
You're
the
not
thing
wrong.
I mean, I've always just wanted to do that. I've always just wanted to be an EP band, like from the beginning. Even when we were talking to Solid State the first time, I was so nervous to tell him this, but I'm like, we just want to be an EP band that can just release an EP every single year. And I was like, oh, what's he going to say? And he's like, that sounds sick. Let's go for it. I was like, oh, well, thank God.
I feel like they would dig that among anyone else.
Mean, especially from the hardcore realm, I feel like you're calling to so many roots from the heart. You know, how many split sevens and EPs were there in the hardcore scene back in the day. I personally, I love EPs. I'm a fan of them in between albums, right? Let's get a little taste of maybe what you're working on. But I mean, for the exact same reason of, timing and production and actually putting a process in place. Why not write 5, 6, 7 songs and put them together every year, unless they're really hammering and hankering for fucking 11 tracks. Why not do a couple EPs a year? You do a couple EPs, you could do 2 6-song EPs a year. That's an album. If you guys are in the mode for it, I like it a lot. I think EPs, it speaks to what you guys are.
It is kind of old school too.
It is old school, and you're hitting the hardcore roots. I'm like 1 million years
old, so yeah. Why not?
Hey, we've had top 10.
How old are you? You're not a lady. We can ask you this. How old are you?
I need to hear a guess real quick first.
You're 27.
I was gonna say 27, 26.
33, yo.
33. Guess.
Dude, you should see me without a mustache. I look like a 5-year-old.
Guess our age.
Is this an HD camera? Let me see the bags on your eyes. Let me see what you look like after tour.
Yeah.
That's when you'll really have some color on your face.
I would say we got. I'm gonna guess 28.
Cool.
Okay.
And then you
28 for me?
No, for him.
Baby said
for him. For him. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I'm gonna tell chicks now.
Yeah. And then you are 26.
I'm 34.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
you look young too, man.
Yeah, you too.
I feel like I'm not good at guessing age. I don't know.
He's also 34. So
dang.
We're right up here, baby.
Okay, well, we're friggin' we could have went to preschool together.
Yeah, we should just start a band. We should just start a band about what
I don't have a stash yet.
You guys both grow a mustache and we'll start the secret stash.
I've grown a mean brochacho. I've grown a mean brochacho before, for sure. And here's what I say we do. Fuck secret stash. Fuck starting a mustache band. We start a band right now based off being born in the late 80s. And all the songs are about
being a crack baby with ADHD.
No. Even better. The songs are only about 87 to 90, but from the perspective of a 2 and 3 long. No. The songs are however long we want them to be, but they're only about the time period from when we were born.
I'm going to introduce Jeremy into a great feature that this show has. Brian just got booted. That was a terrible idea. That was a bad idea. He needed to get booted.
Get him out of here.
Talking. We do that from time to time. If someone comes on the show and they're a fan of MGK.
The concept's great. I don't know why he doesn't like it.
He's a fool. If he came on the show and tried to tell me that MGK had a good pop punk release, you probably get the boot. Or if you're generally an Astros fan, that'll definitely get you the boot around this time of year.
The songs are only from the perspective of us being 3, so they make no sense.
That's just
no sense. It's only about the.
I think that's exactly how John Mess writes lyrics, from the perspective of a 3-year-old.
He told you that in 2009, and I think
whatever he told me was incoherent.
He told you that the lyrics don't mean anything, but come their last 4 or 5 albums, they have songs where the lyrics do mean stuff.
No, when I met him as a fan, he told me they meant something. When I toured with them, they told me they didn't mean anything. But that's a completely. I have an obligatory new release question that we must ask. What sets the body apart from Waste and Prettiest of Things?
I would say I was probably going for a little bit more straightforward hardcore vibe on the body. With Prettiest of Things and Waste, everything is I guess more like metalcore. If you really want to get dive into it, everyone's probably gonna most people are gonna hear that's it sounds like the same record to me. I don't know, but I guess for me, when I was thinking of influences, I guess I was thinking more just straightforward, back to the roots, hardcore.
For me, I got the vibe, definitely a hardcore vibe, right? We were talking about that before the show started, how it is definitely a hardcore sound. You guys are a hardcore band, but even your earlier stuff, I would consider melodic hardcore. Do you specifically try to pull from hardcore roots when you're writing, or was it just the intention for this album and the previous ones kind of had their own?
Yeah, for this album, I would say it was very I was okay, I want this one to definitely have more of a hardcore vibe. But it's funny because if you ask a hardcore kid, we're a metalcore band. And if you ask a metal kid, we're a hardcore band. So I don't know.
You are on the hardcore subreddit, if that means anything. You do get brought up in the metalcore one, but the hardcore one is more of a niche.
Will it piss them off if you call it metallic hardcore?
Oh, probably.
Oh yeah. Somebody
because they're snubs, and that's
what about hard metalcore?
No, you can't mention. That's my point. You can't mention metalcore. You can't mention now they're kind of interchanging because there are bands that cross over, and you guys are on the metalcore one probably with the new releases. They always cover solid state bands.
Elitists.
You guys are on there. but you are on the hardcore subreddit, which is there's some credibility to that for sure. They're at least liking you over there, which is
tight.
All those dudes listen to Madball.
We made it past somebody's gate.
At least mentions. At least you're not getting put up there with, you know. It is a lot of the memes of Harm's Way dude dancing to like Hall & Oates. It is a lot of fucking memes, you know. But hey, you're up there.
Yeah. Tight. That's cool. That's good to hear.
Never get sick of that, man.
Never.
Harm's Way, hey man, he'll bench press all of us,
dude. Yeah, we played with them several years back, and all the dudes were really nice. But I'm not gonna lie, great. I was terrified to talk.
They're nice as shit. They're nice as shit. They're the nicest dudes. Them and the dudes from fucking god damn. Do you guys remember Nora back in the day? They were an old school like hardcore metalcore band back in like 06, 05. And they were some cool dudes. I met them back in the day, and I was always like, "Man, hardcore band. They're gonna want to curb stomp people. They're gonna want to fuck."
Yeah.
And they were just the chillest.
I've never seen anyone get curb stomped at a show.
Oh.
Well, okay, I take that back. There was that one time at the Wiggles show that guy got
the Wiggles.
That was weird.
Like Weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down.
Yeah.
No, that's Weebles wobbles.
Oh, not Wiggle. You said Wiggle. It's wobble.
Wiggle.
It's not Wiggle. It's wobble. I don't know where I just
it's
went
whatever
there,
I say it is.
Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 2, how stoked are you to go back out on the road?
So we rehearsed tonight. I literally just got done rehearsing like right before I jumped on this. That's why I'm drinking some tea right now.
Perfect.
It's always I'm an anxious freak until we get on the road. So making sure that everyone's gear is working, making sure that we're playing everything correctly, that the fills are in the right place, that, you know, everything is feeling really tight, and making sure that we have everything. Like we rehearse again tomorrow, but then packing up. I'm just like I'm an anxious wreck until we actually get to the first date and get loaded in. So
when's the last time you turned the van on?
A month ago.
Oh, you gotta turn that shit on.
Yeah, turn that.
Get it running.
Well, I mean,
right now.
I guess me personally, my brother's a mechanic, so he just changed the oil. He just had to change the brake pads because apparently the brakes were shot, which is good because we're gonna be going through like the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah,
but so the van will be fine. I'm not worried about that. It's literally just like making sure everyone's gear is good and everything is packed and stuff like that. I'm always an anxious mess until we get to the first date, and then once I get in there, and then I get mega stoked, and then I'm good from there. But
I mean, obviously have a management to a degree, right? But you guys actually have a manager who's in there, like, all right, guys, let's go.
No, that's me. I'm like, I'm band dad. The mustache should say it all. Yeah.
Keep it that way, right? Yeah. It's best to keep that shit in house. Obviously, I think you're probably getting the gist of it, but at the same time, like, it's all what your guys' image and what you guys want it to be, right? So going out there and having it, that game plan. I love the anxiety feeling because I'm sure that speaks to why your guys' shows go off the way they do, because you guys are prepped, ready to go, ready to be spot on.
Yeah, I'm like I'm not such
and you
a
get fucking
so.
You guys get down. You especially, you take some jumps, you take some leaves. I imagine you guys get some fucking sessions in there, some stretching and some lifting.
Yep, for sure. I had busted out the skinny jeans tonight just to get them stretched out so that they're good for my. I put on a lot of weight over COVID, so I'm like not trying to blow my crotch out on stage. So I had to like stretch out the skinny jeans today.
Are you a fan of the stomp? Do you give a good?
I don't stomp as much as I used to. I used to be a big stomper, smashing bugs on stage, But no, I don't do that as much now. I'm more of a puncher. Now I'm like swinging.
There's a picture of you on your Instagram. On your Instagram, you're just like straight fucking two-step punch, and I'm just like, he's either throwing a haymaker, or they're fucking doing something.
Dude, I love it because people are like, "Dude, you look so mad. You look so mean." I'm like literally like the biggest puss ever. I could never. If I ever actually got into a fight, I'd die for sure. There's no. I couldn't hit somebody. There's no way.
Every still frame of your music videos, your face is like super angry.
Yeah.
There's never a better front, I think, than being an angry front man for a band. Hey Jeremy, what's up, man? Great show. It was awesome. They're all just gonna like be super intimidated.
They don't make eye contact.
Yeah, it is.
They just look down the whole time.
Yeah, man, it was awesome.
Like when we met Phil from Whitechapel, and it's like, "Hi, Phil. Like, you were great. Bye."
Yeah.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, I don't know. People are always like, dude, you were like so intimidating, but I'm like the biggest wimp and like the most like insecure person ever. So.
You got like your skinny sweater, your skinny jeans. You're like, hi, what's up?
Pretty much. Yeah. You know the meme with like with the dinosaur on stage like ripping people apart, like what they're like and then what they're like in person, and they're like, it's Barney pretty much.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm Barney, like totally.
Okay.
I'm like, go hug a tree and whistle. That was a Barney episode I saw once. I don't remember. I think that was if you got lost in the forest though. Anyways,
you're like, get in the pit, but don't be super aggressive about it.
But don't hurt anybody. Be nice to your friends.
Do you already know the guys in Empty?
I do. Yeah. So I did a feature on their first record, Sick Brag.
Jamie,
and then they played in Sioux Falls. And I'm just outside of Sioux Falls, and then they stayed here in my studio. They do have a new guy that I don't know, but yes, I do. I do know the guys.
Sweet. So
yep.
Here's what you need to do for me when you go out on the road with them. Gary's a big time cigarette smoker.
Yep, I did know that.
And he's a vocalist.
Yeah, dude, I called him out on that right away.
I know that his management and everyone in the industry is probably giving him shit for it. So we had a little cigarette counter up during the interview. You know how many cigarettes this guy smoked in a 40-minute interview? I'm
going to guess 8.
Ooh, 7, my friend. He smoked 7 of them.
That's a lot, dude.
That is. So I need you to run interference and stop this dude from smoking.
Let's say the interview was 42 minutes. That's a cigarette every 6 minutes.
Dang.
He literally didn't stop smoking throughout the interview.
Crazy kid. He'll make it in an old what do you call it? Murder movie or whatever, where the dudes are always smoking.
I'm hoping he scores like a Laura Lard endorsement or something.
Yeah.
Isn't there a music video where frontman takes like a fat fucking drag of a cigarette? He's like, and he sits there and he fucking gets it and he like throws the cigarette, he like spits and he goes, and he just goes into a fucking scream. Or am I fucking?
I think you just wrote that.
Wow.
You should be writing music videos, dude.
Thinking of an old Franz video?
What?
Could be Franz. That sounds like Franz
video.
It sounds cringy.
Like
listen. If you want it, take it, because that does a good production, a good director.
I don't see how that could be pulled off well.
I don't want
to look fucking dope. Oh, you could do it. You're
about to leave for tour. You want to ruin your voice for tour?
Fat drag and then just fucking go and like belt one. You know you could.
I'm gonna pick up smoking real quick.
There you go. Feel free to take
it.
Boom.
There you go.
We just want to shout out for the podcast. No big deal. Secondly, it is slightly cringe, so I think it might be an Attila thing or a Franz thing.
It sounds like something they do. Dude, that's gross.
I don't think so, because I do know Attila's stuff, and I don't think
you don't want to smoke cigarettes and then go scream, because then when you like scream too hard and you taste a little bit of blood, you taste that blood in cigarette. It's not fun.
Oh,
Ronnie Radke? Was that an Escape to Fate thing?
I don't know. You know what? You named too many cringe bands. I had to boot you. Like, I swear, the next word out of your mouth was about to be another cringe band.
They say you suck dick in prison. I don't.
Oh, I swear. See, it's always something. On that note, Marilyn Manson converted to Christianity recently. Maybe we need to get Brian on that.
I just saw something about that last night, and I was wondering if it was publicity, like a publicity stunt, or if it's
not legit.
He's just trying to save face.
He probably did it, but no, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe that he's legit about it. It's Marilyn Manson.
His allegations over the last couple of years, I can only that's the only thing I could think of that would cause Marilyn Manson to go to Christianity, would be that he is trying to save face for these allegations.
I hope that's not. I'd like to think. I always without knowing somebody, I like to give him the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, we live in a messed up world where people are pretty messed up, but I hope that it's sincere. I'm a believer myself, so for my sake, I'm yeah, dude, good for you, but at the same time, I don't know. So
and that's where you're
I'm skeptical on that one.
I have skeptical hippo eyes, because I personally do like Marilyn Manson. My wife is a fucking huge Marilyn Manson fan. We went
Shouldn't
and
have married
saw
her. Shouldn't have married
We went and saw her and Smashing Pumpkins because she wanted to see him because she's
that's sick.
See, the Pumpkins is okay, but not that Manson shit.
Even
you're not into the Manson. I actually love Manson.
I like Manson.
I mean, if we go back to the late 90s, like 2000, like The Beautiful People, like, okay, back when Manson still had boobs.
We're not hey, Dope Show, that exactly. Dope Show. That kind of stuff is good. That kind of shit is good. His newer stuff, he's still just being like cringe rock, whatever. But as an artist in the metal world, in the rock and roll world,
shock rock. It goes right in line with all his shit. It's shock rock. What's next to be shocking for Marilyn Manson? Oh, I'm a Christian. Boom.
I don't know his stories or the victims or whatever, but if there's anybody that I'd be like, yeah, bro, he was probably into some fucking weird shit, it's Marilyn Manson, right? And so it is like, hey, bro, you push that boundaries and you cross those fucking lines, and you kind of got this like little stance on you now, and everyone's looking at you a certain way. If you are really trying to save face, I hope it's legit. I hope he's not sitting there.
He's got to keep that up now, though, going forward for the rest of his career.
You can't just dip out. You can't
be like, you can't be like, oh, he's a good dude, and then go back to scummy ways because
I love women.
I mean, that just makes Christians look bad again.
It's null and void if he goes back to the Satanic Temple, right? Like that becomes null and void. He can't be Christian anymore. I feel like he's
with all
big
his old
time
shit.
Poser right now.
I mean, he's got a couple.
He was like tied into that shit in LA with the Satanic Temple big time when that was super cool, like in the early 2000s.
Blasphemy and Marilyn Manson are like.
Isn't that the name of one of his songs?
I mean, it is. He's got he says F Jesus. He again pushed some fucking boundaries, right? And he went that hard path. And to hear this is like, all right, man. Well, I don't think anyone's just gonna let you in. I don't think after all the crazy shit you said.
If I was a manager of an Arby's, I wouldn't let him in.
I think some people are gonna have to maybe give you a pass or they're gonna have to vouch for you at the very least. So you've got some stuff to work on there. Oh, I hope.
I say next year he's gonna check into. No, next year he's gonna check into Scientology, dude.
You can't
just wait.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. Wow. Let's all do it, guys.
He should have started there. He should have started there. Ultimately,
that album would be weird. He does a Scientology concept album.
No, see, he fucked up because what you do, I mean, obviously Jesus saves. That's the way, right? You can't go with Christianity and then as a fallback method, go to the fake religion. He should have started with Scientology and lost his fucking marbles for a bit. And been given the chance to really hit rock bottom, and then he could have.
Leah Remini says you can't escape Scientology. So I mean, is that what we wanted for him?
Who says that?
Leah Remini, and I don't think she would lie.
Oh yeah,
she was on King of Queens.
There's no way.
She hates it.
Okay, so now that we're off Marilyn Manson, good. Oh my gosh! Tonight you are currently in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's crazy we were able to pull you away from the stage like that.
Right off the stage.
Right off the stage. My question for you.
The band is actually waiting for me. We're halfway through the set. We're just taking a break. Little intermission.
They'll figure it out.
This is being
a 30-minute. It's a 30-minute drum solo. Isaiah's up there playing right now.
This was an introduction to your guys' event. Was an interview that they're going to be seeing on a backdrop.
Yeah,
you guys are in Tulsa. Call Michael Skaggs to fill in, or call Ryan Kirby or something. They'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
My question for you, sir, is why should I spend my hard-earned money to go see Earth Groans' current tour?
Because if not, I'm gonna break your legs.
Oh wow! Whoa, mobster Jeremy over here.
Yeah, there it is.
Yo,
coming out.
Fucking kill you.
Hard.
Well, I'll just say this. I mean, I'm guessing not a lot of people have gone out to shows because there still aren't a ton of shows going on yet.
Not enough.
I'm not very good at selling myself. I don't know how to sell my band.
Sell me this pen.
If you're into aggressive music and a lot of energy. I like to think that we put on a pretty good show. We go pretty freaking hard in the paint. We have 3 new records. So crazy thing about COVID is we put out a record and then COVID hit. And then the following year we put out a record and then we almost put out another record without playing a show. So we have like basically 3 brand new records that we are playing music off of. So you're going to see all kinds of new music that you wouldn't have got to see before because we weren't able to play shows.
Out of these 3 EPs, if there's like a song like, oh, I really hope they played this song, you're pretty much playing all of it, huh?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much.
How long is your set list for this?
Like 30 minutes.
How many songs?
Boom.
That's like
a
7.
lot of their songs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's one of our EPs.
Yeah.
Like one in a little.
I mean, how do you
actually your EPs average about 18 minutes.
You're playing 7-8 songs. I mean, you got 3 records. What are you doing? Two tracks an EP.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much, and then an old one of the old ones.
Okay, all right. And are you guys mixing it up night after night, or are you just sticking same set list?
No, same set list. I wouldn't like to think that
You're like, I don't dabble.
I'm not
take
good
chances.
enough to be like, all right, let's freestyle it, boys. What do you guys want to hear?
Never ask the crowd.
No,
because it's always gonna be that old EP you don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. There's a lot of songs that I never want to have to perform live, and I know that that's what people would be yelling for.
Eventually, you're going to be sick of the Deftones cover, and they're going to be yelling for that.
Oh, we don't play that. I'm like, no, we only play our own music live.
Oh, man. Oh, you're going to have the worst time on this tour.
I know. Even already on the last tour, like, everyone, like, somebody comes up to me, like, you guys playing the Deftones cover? I'm like, no. Like, I really wanted to hear that. It's like, I do too, but I mean, I love Deftones, so obviously, but I'd rather play our own songs and stuff.
Yeah.
So
you throw that out on like an anniversary show.
Yeah,
that's not one you just drop in Tulsa. No. You
play that when you open for the Deftones.
Yes. That would be wild. Also, like, so singing like the way that Chino sings, like that style of singing, and then going straight into screaming and right back into singing. Like, dude, that's so hard. I don't know how
he doesn't even do that.
Yeah, not good, anyways.
Yeah, so I'm not even about that because I'm like, I even like when I was doing the cover, I'm like, man, I hope we had never have to play this live because there's no way, dude, that I would be able to. I mean, I'm not good enough a vocalist to go right back and forth on that.
That would be the worst vocalist to try to copy because,
dude,
it's just super difficult. I mean, it's hard for him to even nail that every night. He always sounds a little different because it's
Oh, let me.
He's also like has his own very unique style, which is so sick. I mean, that's one of the reasons why everybody loves Deftones.
That's why we're obsessed with the Deftones.
Totally. Yeah, for sure.
Talking about vocalists that are just weird. Okay, because you think of
Weird Al Yankovic.
You think of vocalists and you like ones that really stand out. Chino's one of them. Obviously, you can pick a Deftones song out. Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins is another one. And I heard someone mention one time, and this guy actually knows Billy Corgan on a personal level, and so I don't know why he said this or what prompted it, but it made so much sense. He goes, Billy Corgan's great and a genius or whatever because he literally made a career off of being a bad singer. He just does it in a way.
So did Bob Dylan.
He does it in a way. No, but like
so Bob did Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I would say Kurt. Yeah, I would say Cobain.
Bob Dylan's a terrible singer. He's a great songwriter. He's a terrible
singer. But for the
singer.
folk style, for the folky music he's playing, it doesn't come off bad. No, it doesn't.
Davy
Bob
Crockett.
Dylan's not that bad.
No.
But like, I mean, think about it. Corgan's whining. He's getting up there and he's whining into a microphone, and he's doing it in a way that people are like, "This is great."
Yeah.
In short, will you guys cover a Smashing Pumpkins song for us?
Dude, I actually I do love the Pumpkins. So
yes, because they're good.
It's just that era is like that's the era you pick all the cover songs from. Is like the late 90s, early 2000s.
The 90s grunge rock alternative has some of the worst vocal styles of all time.
Yes.
You think like an Alter Bridge. You think like the Alter Bridges or the Nickelbacks. They were
no.
Super
How dare you?
Do an Earth Groans version of Marcy's Playground.
Dude.
What?
Sex and Candy.
Dude, yeah.
Who did it?
Marcy's Playground.
I know. You said whose cover of it?
his band. They're called Earth
We'll do
Groans.
it.
Oh, you guys should. That would be great. Yeah, dude. Sex and Candy's great.
I can, dude. I'm just trying to imagine it. It's gonna be way louder,
dude. That would be sick. That would actually be sick. Though. I love that song
because you need to take a song that's like kind of not cool but known because you need to make it cool, and that song's not fucking cool anymore.
No,
it was only cool back then because we were young, and it's like Sex and Candy.
Yeah,
but none of us even knew what any of that meant.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to take a song.
I always just wondered what sex smelled like. I was like, "What does sex smell?"
Probably not good.
Yeah.
Hey, probably
and
not.
Candy. But Juicy and Skittles. That's a technical term, folks. Your parents will teach you that when you get older. What were the other questions Jamie wrote down for me? Are you guys heavy live?
Are we heavy live? I mean, people say that we are. So I would like to say yes. We are heavy. We are so heavy.
Do you support crowd killing?
Wow.
I mean, sure. If you're into it. I don't I mean, I'm not like me personally, like I don't like to get punched in the face for standing there watching the show. But if people are like having a good time getting killed and people are enjoying killing, I don't support fighting, and sometimes crowd killing.
It's like going to a rodeo though, and kind of hoping someone doesn't get bucked in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you go to a rodeo and you're like, I hope someone gets tossed and kicked at the same time.
I hope they're all okay, but I want to see someone.
I hope they're good. I hope it's like a bruise, a healthy bruise. I hope it's like half a trample.
As soon as you say that, and then you see some dude's jaw on the floor, you're like, "Oh man, that fucked my night up. I wish I didn't see that."
I get real sweaty, like really fast. Like as soon as people start fighting, like I don't know what to do, and I'm just like, I start sweating, dude. It makes me so uncomfortable.
It's like, oh, can you not? I'm trying to perform up here. Can you not do that?
I've seen too many fights and too many fucking grappling matches where arms are getting broken. Where like, I know what I'm watching. It's like going to a donkey show and not expecting to see what you're seeing. You know, it's like,
dude,
I came.
It's like going to a donkey show and then not having an icy machine. It's just disappointing to say the least. I actually, until like 2 weeks ago, had no idea you guys were from South Dakota. So I've only driven through there. What is there to do in South Dakota? What do you do?
Play metal. I mean, that's the main thing.
No, it's hardcore, bro.
Cow tipping, if you're into that. No, I don't think people actually do that, but people talk about cow tipping.
PETA will be on our ass if
who's your favorite president on Mount Rushmore?
Which ones are up there again?
Oh yes, that's the best.
I honestly don't. George Washington, I guess, is up there, right?
There you go.
I don't know.
I think he's the only one that actually know.
Which
isn't one of them not even a president?
No, they're all
Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin wasn't president. He just invented a fabric store.
Is that who it is? I don't know. There's somebody up there that isn't a president. I'm pretty sure.
Are you serious?
I think it's Queen Latifah.
That could be it. I actually don't. I don't know. I'm pretty.
No, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln.
Were they all presidents?
Yes.
Did you say Richard Jefferson from the New Jersey Nets?
No, Richard Jefferson from that fucking show.
The Jefferson Show.
The Jefferson Show.
Yeah, I can't believe I said Richard Jefferson and I couldn't think of the name of the fucking show.
Yeah,
wow.
You're awful.
Yeah.
Are there any timing? Are there any like regional fast food joints or restaurants in South Dakota? Like in the
White
Southeast. Castle. Yeah, you get White Castle like regional. In the Southeast, you got Crystal Burger. There's a Sonic and shit. West Coast got In-N-Out.
I'm pretty sure we don't have anything good. Like when it comes to like we have so what we have is a lot of steakhouses because this is like the Midwest is where all the meat comes from. Like I'm pretty sure cows outnumber humans in South Dakota. Pretty sure that's a thing. And so like if you want like good food, you go out to like steakhouses. I don't because it's way too expensive. But so we have like a lot of like there's not I don't think there's any like chains when it comes to that, but we just have like a lot of good steakhouses. So I'd say if there's anything that we have that other places don't have, is probably just good steak.
You ever thought about growing your own steaks?
Growing my own steak, like watering out on the lawn. I mean, I grew up on a farm.
If there's a ton of cows and all that, you just get a couple cows.
Yeah, I probably could. I got a big front yard. Actually, so I grew up on a dairy farm. People don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Not that many people know this about me, but I'm like, I grew up like in like my family are all like straight 100% redneck farmers. And then I
born
came
and bred
out.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So real quick.
It's like Dwight Schrute and his beet farm, but you have a dairy farm.
That's it.
Okay. All right. I wish I knew this ahead of time. Top 5 cereals. Let's hear it.
Oh, I don't even want to talk cereal. I don't get into cereals that much.
No,
I actually don't even like milk. I know I grew up on a dairy farm, but I don't.
We
gotta
get back to these cattle statistics.
I actually like yogurt way more.
Listen to
Are you lactose intolerant? Please tell me.
No, I'm really not.
Listen to these cattle statistics real quick. We can't ignore this. There are actually 9 states where there are more cattle than people within the states.
9 of them.
I'm going to go and 9 down to 1. Oklahoma, Iowa, Idaho, Kansas, Wyoming, North Dakota, Montana, Nebraska. Number 1 state where cattle outnumber humans at 4.3 ratio to 1. South Dakota, baby. You got 4 to 1. Cows outnumber people. There is a population of cattle, 3,650,000 cattle in the state of South Dakota. There is only 840,000 humans living in South Dakota.
Yep.
Wow. With all those numbers and that huge disparity, are people like prejudiced against cows out there? It's like slurs a common occurrence
against
out there.
The cows.
Yeah.
Species,
equality and whatnot.
Specious, yeah.
Man, don't tell you that I hate the scene didn't teach you something today. We just taught you about cattle in South Dakota.
Dude, I didn't even know that. So that's like
if cows wanted to revolt, those 9 states are in trouble.
Dude, that's a real thing.
I always thought it would be the cats, but if the cows outnumber us, we're screwed.
Yo, my cat, check him out.
Hey, he's
laying right next to me right now.
Look
this
at
whole
this
time.
Baby.
I'm gonna do a whole separate episode just called Solid State Cats.
Seriously.
All right.
I love cats, dude. I'm a crazy cat, dude.
The final question I have on my docket here that was written up by an intern I pay very little. How cool is Solid State Records?
Solid State Records is the coolest. They give me $100 every time I say that, so I'm just kidding. I wish. They are super sick. I mean, obviously I'm biased because I'm on the label, but I grew up, I don't know about you guys, but I totally grew up listening to like Solid State bands, Solid State and Face Down bands. That was like 99% of what I listened to. But I also would go to, there's a couple festivals around here, and they would always have like a stage put on by Solid State or Face Down. And so it'd just be like Solid State band, or just be Face Down
Fest was in Pomona, California.
Yeah.
For years.
But that's like where I got how I got all of the music and how I got into the heavy scene, as I was going to these festivals, and so I mean, that's honestly like Solid State has made me into the musician that I like because of all the inspirations that I've had over the years.
That's nice. That's dope.
Yeah.
So it's have like that perfect Solid State sound too. So it's like it's kind of perfect.
Yeah. I mean, or Face Down. You guys, we were going to talk about some bands.
Probably could have went that route.
Yeah, we could have. We actually had
War of Ages fucking sound, Means from back in the day. Like, dude, you guys could have been on fucking Face Down. You could have been, I mean,
we actually had an offer from Face Down about the same time, like after Solid State offered us. So fun fact, we were trying for Face Down first, because it seemed like more achievable because it was a smaller label. I have a few friends that were on the label. One of my friends like worked for the label. And so that's what we were aiming for first, and it wouldn't come through. And then on a whim, I sent a press pack to Solid State just to like, I guess more just plant a bug for like future, because we were just about to start writing again. And the day that they got the package, Adam emailed me back like right away and was like, "Hey, got your package in today. We've actually been watching you guys for a while. Let's hop on the phone to talk." I'm like, "Dang, son." Yeah. So, and that was like we used to like, it seemed like not possible. We used to joke about being on Solid State, like when we were in the band, like, yeah, when we're on Solid State, we'll let's see what this band is, So that was never really like a realistic expectation. So the fact that like the day they got it and hit us back was like amazing. To speak more good about the label, the people at the label,
we can speak bad too.
They're phenomenal people. Very, very kind. Like even if we weren't on the label, like I could still totally like consider, like I would still consider Adam like a really good friend of mine. He's just such a cool dude and a really nice dude. And I've heard that the same about Face Down are really nice people as well. But I only talked to Jason on the phone, and he seemed really nice as well. But the people over at Solid State are amazing humans. So even like after our contract is up actually next year, or we have one more EP due, and then our contract is up, and even if we don't re-sign for whatever reason, like I'd still love just to stay in touch with those the homies over at Solid State, because they're great people.
Yeah, they got a sick roster. We've been going through all their bands. It's one of the reasons we found Earth Groans. So yeah, definitely Solid State fans.
What a great little nod to, of like approval, if you will, to be like, oh no, we know who you are. Let's make this work. Let's make this work.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it like blew my mind. I could not believe it. Like the fact that they even knew who we were or anything. I guess it was just because we toured so much. Like starting off, like we, like our first show was a part of our very first tour, and we pretty much just toured nonstop for the first a couple of years. And I think just because of that, like they found out who we were. And I mean, for a number of years, the bands on Solid State were known as road dog bands, because like that was just their thing. Like bands on Solid State just tour a lot. And so
kind of what we did something like them. 5 tours in a year or something. Between like 2 albums, they did like some crazy amount of touring where they were basically on tour every other month or something.
A bunch of classic bands have gone through there in the world of metalcore. Like all the stuff that we idolized from 07 to 09, and it's like all from Solid State eras. So it's just cool to see that they have like such a sick roster now, that they're not going away.
Yeah, man. You look at we don't. What's Rise really putting out right now? I mean, Rise core bands, but
they've all switched up. Everyone's so different now. Solid State's not. It's the same sound.
Man. Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
I think one more thing that I'll say about that is that I don't think that the label necessarily jumps on the fads, if you will. Like for a while there, like, there was the Rise Records sound and fad or whatever. And there's still a few of those bands left, but a lot of those bands have changed up their styles. But I think one thing that Solid State has done is they've just like ignored whatever fads that there are. And they're not trying to jump on those bandwagons or whatever. They're just trying to find bands that are original and are doing the dang thing. And those are the bands that they want, so.
Accurate AF. Yeah, they're not trend hoppers at all. They've been true to the core and true to this like specific sound for a long time.
Yep.
That chaotic hardcore. Typically bands that don't, do programming or gimmicks and stuff. That's what we really, really dig. Any last words before we get out of here? You guys have the tour with Empty going on right now. You're in Tulsa tonight. You have this awesome San Diego show coming up with our boys, The Undertaking, at Brick by Brick. That's on November 9th. This tour is sick as shit. I mean, you really need to get out there and go. Me and Brian can't because it doesn't come to Texas. You'll be hearing from on Instagram.
How dare you?
Next time.
Perfect.
No Texas State, bro.
Come to Austin.
Yeah, dude.
We'll hang out for sure, man.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say other than, we just love to meet you guys. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen with COVID and all that stuff. I know that it's been a really hard, long few years. But I guess take advantage of the live music now, just in case something wacky happens, because we don't know what's going to happen and stuff. But get out there, be a part of the scene. I mean, be safe, obviously. Mask up, get your vaccine if that's your thing. But most of all, we just want to, we want to, spend this time with you guys while we can, and just have some fun, playing some music. And I mean, for me, like the hardcore scene is just all about community, which is partially what the body, the song, our record that we just put out is mainly about, is just the body and the fact that, that got taken away from us. The fact, that we were all had to be indoors and we had concerts and stuff taken away from us. But now that community is back again, and we have that opportunity to be a part of that community. So take advantage of it. Don't stay locked in your house. I know it's, still weird and hard, but, get back into your community, get back out to the hardcore scene, be a part of the body.
For a lot of times this can kind of come off as like a job, because for obviously artists it is, right? The touring aspect anyways can come across as being just a lot tiresome. To hear you actually be excited to go and like be with the fans, to hear artists say that, and to hear artists actually encourage that, that's awesome, because I think a lot of
it's nice when you have a front man that's not a douche. It's refreshing.
Yeah, now you just there is a lot of just weird bantering for whatever reason, right? There isn't anybody going like,
with the band anymore, because like
we haven't been able to do shows in a year and a half. Come out to the show and have a good time. That's all we want. We just want to be able to see people get out there, from what you're missing from not after not having it for a year and a half. I'm sure it's meeting people that are loving it.
I mean, for me, like, obviously we don't make, I don't know if it's obvious, but we don't make any money doing this yet. I mean, we're still a totally small, like, underground band. Like, we're on a label and stuff, but like, we are still a small band. And so this is definitely not about the money for me. Like, if I wanted to make money, I would just either I would change careers, or I would just stay in my studio, which is my normal job, because I make okay money doing the studio thing. But like, I don't make money touring. Like, for me, it's all about the community and just like, being out there and living life, and, before we die. So
you should slang some cattle on the side, bro. It's legal.
Dude, selling the hamburgers out of the back of our van.
Get those slabs, dude.
I mean,
get those slabs on deck.
Wouldn't have to worry about the law rolling up on you. Hey, it's just cows, bro.
Dude,
hey, there's 4.5 million of those motherfuckers in that state.
You got enough to spare.
Come on,
dude,
dog,
that's crazy.
Good.
I need to rethink my marketing strategy. We need to work some cattle into our.
You get 3 cows of your own. Take those motherfuckers, dude. You get 4.5 cows.
Start a
you
cattle
better
farm.
be you. I hope a cop pulls you over with all 4.5, and you go. You look at this ratio. These 4.5 are mine, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
Sturgis is in South Dakota, right?
It is.
All right, cool, sweet. We'll go up.
You a wrestling fan?
A wrestling fan? I like to wrestle. Do you want to wrestle? Is that what you're asking?
Like, what kind of wrestling?
That was a no.
Mud.
Yeah,
okay,
let's
go. That's gonna be a wonderful stopping point.
I'm not. I haven't watched wrestling in a lot of years. I was a huge wrestling fan for a long time, but I can't say that I've stuck with it.
They had some legendary events in South Dakota back in the late 90s.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yeah,
at Sturgis.
Oh, missed out there.
Yeah, doesn't matter now. Go see Earth Groans on tour
the
heck now. They're in Oklahoma right now. They're going to be go to the San Diego show. If you don't go and tell me it was awesome, I'm going to be so mad at you. So go see this guy. Go touch his stash.
Yeah,
with consent.
Looking is free, but touching's going to cost you.
Consensually.
Hey, if you can let the guys in the undertaking know that, we're really sorry the Padres couldn't make it all the way this year.
Okay.
Clearly, we knew it wasn't going to happen.
Who's your favorite member of the undertaking, and why is it Johnny?
Oh, I don't know them. I don't really know them that well. I only talked to Austin.
They're way lame. Way lame.
I'm sure. I'm super sure.
The lamest solid state band.
When you see them, be like, hey, I hate the scene, guys. Say sorry about the Padres.
Warned us about
okay.
You just gotta do that. Just sorry about the Padres.
Will do.